What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to July 2022. This is going to be a tarot reading for you guys for the month of July, and I'm super stoked you are here. Before we start, there's just been one super clear message that's been coming through for every sign, which is July is going to be a time of stepping forward into whatever you're excited about, thinking about, planning about, without hesitation. So that became very clear to me over a few different readings. It became very clear to me in my own life, in my own way that I've been excited to put this channel out and have been waiting and it's just time. It's just time to move forward without letting perfection stand in your way. So whatever you're excited about, Scorpio, get on it. It's a good time to do it. Okay, let's get started. This is the Knowing. It's a shamanic tarot deck. It's actually an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck. I'll read a little bit from the book from this one, so bear with me. But this is the Weaver Tarot. So gorgeous. And I'll do a little clarifying with Biddy Tarots, the Everyday Tarot, which I freaking love. I love all of these decks. So let's see, Scorpio for the month of July. What is an overall energy that will help Scorpio navigate, understand, work with July 2022? July 2022 for Scorpio. July 2022. There you go. See what we got here. Seal and Valerian. Oh my gosh, how cute is he? Okay, I know Valerian can be a lot about soothing, resting, calming your nervous system, and the seal being such an emotional cue with its water beingness. So I'm just going to say right off the bat, my readings and my ability to make sentences sometimes, to articulate the thoughts that are in my head have been so bumbly. Usually I can be a particularly articulate person. So that's one way that I am just walking my talk here, Scorpio, is moving forward, even if it's not polished, even if I want to start over a million different times. So hang in there with me. Seal and Valerian. Spend your time with your dreams. Connect to with your imagination. Both Seal and Valerian are associated with the watery sides of us, the feminine, underworld, and unconscious. They are allies in both the dream world and material reality, though their presence is a call to attend to what has been offered through our imagination and dreaming selves that we have not given proper attention to. We're quick to write off our dreams, and both these teachers remind us to slow down and pay great attention. Valerian is used as an energetic remedy to shift self-doubt and judgment, both experiences that immediately block access to our inner wisdom. She's a marvelous sleep aid, can be used to induce and nourish our dreaming lives. Seals were often believed to be souls in a bardo, in-between state, in some historical cultures, their sad eyes expressing the longing to be human again and to feel all that we feel. She reminds us to both attend and to heed our imaginative and unconscious selves, and to trust that the messages there are just as important than the feedback we may receive in consensual reality. Well, that was a freaking mouthful. But the message being, overall message and theme for you for July, Scorpio, is to really settle into your true nature. It seems to me. I mean, Scorpio is such an intuitive sign already. It's already a place where you, with some kind of Scorpio placement, I'm assuming if you're here or if you're watching for someone else that has a bunch of Scorpio placements, these people tend to be psychic in their own way. They tend to be the discoverers. They tend to be dedicated to truth, the real truth, the energetic truth, the emotional truth. So I love that this is kind of helping you ease into that, guiding you into that place through real softness, sensuality, calmness, feeling relaxed. Oftentimes we get there through these trauma ruptures, right? Things go wrong or bad, and all of a sudden we're psychic. We know everything. Hypervigilance, hyperattention. So what a beautiful reminder to come back into our feeling state and our feeling selves through a really balanced methodology there. Also, that seal is just so freaking cute. It makes you want to be a seal. It makes you want to dive around in the deep and uncover seashells at the bottom of the seashore and play in the seaweed. And so I'm getting have fun with it this July, Scorpio. Have fun exploring your depths and dreaming. And let's see what else the reading pulls up for you guys. This deck is really special. I've just been working with it for the last few months, and I can't wait to share it with you here. Scorpio for the month of July 2022. A couple more. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh, Conqueror of Coins. So in this deck, the Conqueror are knights, covered by the Four of Wands. Hello. The Magi, dreaming big. Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love this for you. Seven of Coins in reverse. Moving toward the Moon in reverse. Love that. Ace of Wands in reverse. Tracks. Conqueror of Cups. Okay, another knight here in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. And the Three of Swords in reverse. Gorgeous. With the Six of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like this reading is so obvious. Do you got all that, Scorpio? Okay, done and done. We're done here. I mean, just initially, this really looks like you guys being so dedicated to working slowly, consistently, steadily towards your dreams and your goals, but also coming out of a time where you felt really confused, coming out of a time of heartbreak, coming out of a time of loss, and being super committed to your dreams, being super committed to what you're creating and your manifestations. Also, you're just in a very powerful manifestation period in July here, Scorpio, which tracks with the seal, right? When we're in our emotional body, we manifest even that much more quickly when we are really connected to that immediacy of what's most important to us, when we're feeling it, right? When we're feeling the experience, when we're close to the experience, when we can think about the experience of what we want, it comes into play. So be very careful. We'll go over this, but be very careful of what you're thinking, saying, doing, believing this month, because she's coming to ya. And all built on your dreams, wishes come true. And you might be feeling a little sleepy, but okay, let's get started. I basically just did a little mini overview. So we start here with the Conqueror of Coins. So again, this is the Knight of Coins. Slow and steady wins the race. And it's interesting that it's the Conqueror of Coins, but it has the sword running through it. So immediately what that tells me is that you might be really dedicated to the slow, thoughtful, monotonous, boring, but extremely effective way to be getting towards your dreams. But you might be having to think about it. This might be like a new vision for you. This might be something that you've thought out and planned. You might be thinking out and planning through July. Slow, careful steps are going to get you there. And people who are going to help you with that slow and thoughtful process are also going to be really important. So the caution with this card as you go through the month of July is to not get bogged down. So as slow and steady and methodical as this Conqueror of Coins is, there can be on the other side of the spectrum a tendency to be slow, to stagnate, to want to do things all at once or like not at all if it's out of balance. So really put yourself in balance this month. And what I'm sensing with this card right on top of it, the Four of Wands, is that this is how you're going to get there. So slow and steady wins the race through happy home, through feeling passionate, through feeling excited about your home life. Four of Wands can also indicate marriage, but this is really like excitement about stability at home or stability in like your day-to-day and like feeling really passionate about that. Let's get some clarifiers for those. What would be helpful to know for the Conqueror of Coins for Scorpio through July? But this really beautiful energy of just plodding towards what you are excited about. I'm also getting the sense that you may have had to work to get already to the Conqueror of Coins. So like maybe you've really had to work to get some motivation already. And the Chariot is just like you are aligned. This is what I was picking up. That you've already done a lot of work to get to a place where you are like the ox pulling the cart through the field of your dreams. You've already done a lot of work to get into alignment for the momentum that's already happening, and you have gorgeous momentum through the month of July. So that's like really, really beautiful. Chariot is aligned action, and it's happening. Like there's going to be a lot of movement in a very stable way for you. What's this Four of Wands about, and how can that help? Clarifying that helps Scorpio. I'm just seeing that that's kind of the how to keep you going on that slow and steady pace towards your goals and dreams this month, Scorpio. And, oh, interesting. Ooh, super interesting. Okay, great. Start our new adventures and let the old die away. So it's interesting to see death right on top of the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands can be a really lively card. It's about new connections and solidifying old connections and partying and like celebrating. And so do that with the new and let the old go. Look at how much new passion is coming, new passion projects. This is like a huge new burst of energy. And when we start something new, oftentimes the old has to die away. So don't be afraid here if in the course of July, you're really seeing old slough off, and take time to rest and to let that process happen as well. And that's really reflected in the rest of your reading, right? You're good at that, Scorpio. Like this is you showing up in your own reading as being like, don't worry, I got the transformation. To start new cycles and brand new passion projects, we have to let the old ones go. What's in your foundation here? The Nine of Cups, which is you are building on your dreams. This is wishes fulfilled. This is something that you've recently got, or you've recently understood that you can have. You are building this month on a foundation of understanding that you are the cat's meow. You got what you wanted. Something here has totally come to fruition. Let's clarify that for you. And that's such a beautiful card to have in that position. When we see positive cards in the foundation position, it means like, don't, keep doing what you're doing in terms of belief systems. Yep. Started something new, are building something new, and it's going really well. It's something that you received. It's something that you worked for, and it's something that is growing. So when we see pages, the message there too is to kind of baby it for a little bit. If this is a new passion project, if this is a new investment chunk of money, something someone gave you, you want to make sure that it's protected, right? When a new plant grows, it's subject to people walking on it, or it's vulnerable, right? You want to put like the little gate around it so the deer don't eat it. And like, I'm just getting this sense that like you've really got something here recently that was a huge gift, a huge win for you, and you're building off of that. And you want to make sure that you just like tuck it in at night and keep it safe from the raccoons. I don't know why I'm getting your dreams are a garden, Scorpio, but here they are. And it could really have been something emotional as well, right? So all of these cups are full. This is about our emotional body, relationships, connection to spirit. Maybe this is a huge boost in self-confidence somehow. Whatever it is, it's really creating so much excitement for you and so many new adventures here in July. Because look, what you're working towards and working with is the Magi. So the magician, total experience of creating your own reality. So that's when I say, I want to be really cautionary of you guys to say, be careful of what you're thinking, saying, doing, because you are in a really powerful, powerful manifestation time through July. And one of the other signs got this. I was talking about this for one of the other signs. So if you see that, hear that message twice, if you were watching one of the other ones, be wary of that and be like extra, extra careful. This is the time to like write out your affirmations and like speak into the world who you are and who you want to be and what you want to create and what you want to have. And be careful when you bump into fear statements or I can'ts or whatever it is, to just reroute that into what you really want to see happen. What would be helpful to understand for the magician there? Although I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It just feels like there's all this empowerment that you are building off of, Scorpio, in July, coming to a place of building from or off of something that like you've worked hard for. Let's see. Any clarifier here would help Scorpio for the magician. I feel like it's just kind of clear. Whoop, whoop. One more. There we go. Okay, what was that one? The Hierophant. Exactly, Scorpio. What was I just telling ya? Be very clear and conscious because you are making your own rules. You are adhering to what matters most to you. You are creating your own reality, and you are stabilizing that this month through your wishes, your beliefs, your ideas. You have all of the tools, you have all of the energy, you have all of the physical resources. You're overflowing with emotional contentment. Like, you've got the ideas, and that's actually interesting because, you know, it was like the idea part was so present here for this Conqueror of Coins. So you've got all the tools this month, Scorpio. Make good use of it. Make good use of it. Where are you coming from? In the recent past, we're looking at the Seven of Coins in reverse. So this could be a real choosing. You could have just come from something that you really chose from a series of options that were available to you. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier for that. I know that it's reading, that sounds a little bit more like the Seven of Cups, lots of options, but that's just how the card is kind of like coming at me right now. There's that eye in the middle of it looking at and focused towards like all these other options. And kind of like, okay, look at how many different options are available to me. As I'm kind of staring at everything and looking at everything. So wait, let me get this clarifier out and kind of see if we can see what that's all about. The star, yes. So exactly, you have chosen something. You didn't leave something to chance. You're coming from a time where you planted a lot of seeds, you watched what came up, you tended the garden, and then you chose. So it's kind of ending a time of choosing and really like consciously tilling the soil. You're not confused at a lot of different possibilities. You're not looking at all of these different seeds to plant. You're not in the garden doing that anymore. You are very clearly out of that cycle, just leaving that cycle of your own accord. You didn't leave that to chance. You built it and worked on it yourself. I'm also really struck how there's like the moon so present and the star here. So very much like, very much, I want to say overlooked. Guys, this has been like my month. It's been like months of this just like bumbly wording, and that's just usually not my MO. So it's like really interesting for me. We are moving ahead. I'm not going to let perfectionism stop me. So walking the talk here. Don't let anything hold you back in July from your dreams, Scorpio. My dream in this moment is to get these videos out for you. Let my bumbly be an inspiration to you, if you will. So you're coming from this time that you really chose here what you wanted to plant, what you wanted to work on, and you were focused about it. And now you're coming out of the confusion. So moving into a time in July, the moon in reverse. So the moon is really talking about a time of like confusion. It's a time where we just don't know. We like, Scorpio can be very comfortable in the unknown too. Like, I have Scorpio rising. Like, we are comfortable just being in transition a lot of the time. When you are a truth seeker, you're constantly getting rid of stuff. You're constantly digging to the next level. You're constantly like learning something new. So we can be comfortable in the moon, in the unknown, in the dark, in the shadows. But this is a time in July where you're coming out of that. Maybe there was like a lot of unknown about your future. Maybe there was a lot of unknown about what you should choose. July, it's like you chose recently, maybe in June or in months past or in the beginning of July. And towards the end, you're really coming out of confusion. I bet you're going to find a lot of clarity, really based on what you're hoping for, what you've really wished for and received, and what you're creating. It's like you're climbing your way out of a cave or something. I just get this sense that you are... it's like you're really building off of the inner work that you've done here. What would help Scorpio clarify the moon here in reverse? Scorpio. There you go. Yeah, okay, some kind of fighting. Some kind of a end to this cycle of fighting here. And this could even be yourself. I do personal readings for myself every month to kind of get a sense of like what's going on. It's a way that I help journal. And I kept getting the 5 of Swords in reverse. every time for June. I got it like 3 different times. And finally I got the message. Sometimes tarot does that. It just like slams you with the same message until you're like, oh, if I didn't get it the first time around. It was like, stop fighting yourself. Like by the end of June, you're going to give up the fear. You're going to give up the, you're just going to give up fighting what you've been wanting, who you've been wanting, all of those things. It became so clear. And that's the kind of the sense that I'm getting from this card. It's like, you're going to be coming out of a time that could have been really unsure. Maybe you didn't know where you wanted to go, who you wanted to be, what you wanted to do. You're coming out of that now, and you're really going to start to see some options and kind of clarify that vision, and it's going to feel really good. And this could also mean you might have to fight for it. So stop fighting yourself so much, giving up the fight. Temperance over the 5 of Swords, but it can also really mean like there may be conflict, and that really tracks when we step into who we are. So if there is something you've wanted to do for a long time, but you haven't, or if there is some kind of relationship that you've been like, whatever, even though it really pisses me off, and you've kept it around, and you start to create some boundaries, people respond to that, and not always very well. The ones that are going to stay, and the ones that fight you on it or want you to be super codependent still, or don't want you to go to law school, or don't want you to go to clown school, are going to fight you about it. And that's okay. Like, you might have to lose people for your ultimate peace and happiness. So this seems like a really important message here for you as you kind of move into July, or towards the end of July. Don't be afraid of transforming and losing what needs to go so that you can step into the deep, transformative, ultimate peace and balance that is what we experience when we step into who we are and when we really shine our light, the light of who we're supposed to be, like who we really want to be from the inside, that gets covered up with all these like expectations, right? It's like you're busting out of that this month, Scorpio. Woo! I'm so happy for you. I'm getting the tingles. So excited. Okay, you are not though. How are you feeling about all of this? You're feeling tired maybe. I mean, this could be a very foundational, transformative process for you. So if you are feeling tired this month, if you're feeling drained, if you're feeling uninspired, take a break, take some rest, right? This could also mean you're feeling exceptionally invigorated, especially internally. When we see the Ace of Wands in reverse like that, it can mean sort of an internal process. But often I'm getting the sense that you might just be like, I'm so not inspired. But don't let that hold you back. Let me get a clarifier for the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Got a couple of them there. Yes, exactly. I just love it when the tarot backs me up. Oh my God. Okay, it's exactly what I was just saying. Stop feeling sorry for yourself or come out of disappointment. Know that it's like okay to feel sad, but do not let it stop you from continuing to work on your craft. Keep going. So you might be feeling really uninspired. You might feel like the spark has gone out. The Ace of Wands in reverse can mean like you might really have to work this month for your spark, for your joy, for your energy. And by work really hard, I mean it might be really effective to take all the self-care into account. It might be, you might have to work really hard to get yourself out for those daily exercise sessions that energize you, or you might have to work really hard to stop being a workaholic and take a nap, right? That's going to be totally based on who you are and your balance. But do not let disappointment, do not let loss, do not let the fear of disappointing other people keep you from moving forward and perfecting the craft of who you are, whether that's a project, whether that's a new job, whether that's a new relationship. This is moving forward. Just move forward on it this month, because July is the month to fucking do it. Just do it. Even if you're bumbly and can't say words very well. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, who is around you? Okay, yeah. So there might be some really unbalanced emotions. People, and this could look one of a couple different ways. When I say unbalanced, this could be a lot of people that might, again, have very strong feelings about what you're doing and either try to help or hinder you, right? So that happens when we make really big changes as people. Our community is like, but you were like that person that always wore the red sweatshirt on Tuesday, and I just really like that about you, and I feel very strongly about that. And you're like, but now I want to wear a black sweatshirt on Tuesday. So if people have all kinds of feelings, they might be helpful or hurtful. Someone might be like, well, I love your new black sweatshirt. I'd really love to get you like 5 more of those. Or someone might be like, here's a whole bunch of red sweatshirts for you because I only want to see you wearing those on Tuesday. Weird, strange metaphor, but when we see the Conqueror of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, when it's in reverse, it really speaks to the way that like this knight might be on either end of its spectrum of range of emotion. So the Knight of Cups is like already a character who is full of emotional capacity. Let's put it that way. This could be a character or someone in your life or circumstances in July that come at you with very strong feelings about what you're doing. Conversely, it could be the opposite too, right? Like if the knight himself is full of, gusto, emotional gusto either way, this could be like people ignoring you or situations where you thought you would have a strong emotional reaction of support, but don't. Just be ready for your external environment to be topsy-turvy emotionally and to really be able, so the advice for that would be to like fuel from within. What are your self-care techniques? What are the grounding pieces that bring you home to you? Where is your list of values? Where is your list of reasons why you're doing whatever it is that you are clearly working towards this month, Scorpio? Let's go ahead and see if there's any clarifier that would be helpful. What would be helpful for Scorpio here? The environment. Let's see. Oh, 3 of Swords. Okay, great. And that's also your ending card. Knight of Swords. Okay, wow, fascinating. Let me just sit with this for a second. So there might be a lot of sadness. There might be a lot of people in your environment that are taking it personally, whatever you're doing, and they might be coming at you to attack you. Let's just say it like it is. I'm trying to think and like that message kind of came through pretty clearly. And then I was like, but what if there's another message? That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I do. I'm just going to give you the messages as they come through to me and read the cards as they come through to me. But sometimes when they're a little harsh, I just want to bandage them up and rose petals for you. Funny because there actually are roses on this. So they're your rose petals, Scorpio. But you guys know of any of the signs how to take a hard hit. Your environment, these cards are saying this month might feel like there's a lot of grief releasing and people that don't fucking like what you're going to do. So again, extra important to be in your own energy, to tend to yourself, to tend to your nervous system, to really resource yourself the most. And also the beauty of the 3 of Swords is when our wounds are exposed, right? The wounds are exposed here in the elements. They can be cleaned. They can be washed. They can be tended to. So shit gets weird when we close away our wounds. They rot. They fest. They fester. They abscess, right? This looks really painful, and it is really painful experience that the 3 of Swords talks about. But when it's in the open, we can deal with it, we can address it, we can bandage it, we can clean it, right? And then it moves on. The storm passes, it never stays. So it might not be a very comforting month for you guys in terms of your friends, community, family, coworkers, whatever else is going on around you. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't fight back also, Scorpio, because that always gets us into trouble and it ain't a good look, and you can do it really, really well. But look, you end on the 3 of Swords in reverse, meaning you are coming out of all of this pain and sadness. So do not even worry about it a hot second. Just know that that might be happening, and knowing it now means a little extra time to help you understand. Just let it roll off your back. What are you hoping for, wishing for, fearing for? Yeah, you're I really, really want this to work out, and I don't know if it will. So again, you are in a big manifestation period, a very powerful manifestation period through July. Start to create affirmations that turn this around. Oh my God, and I didn't even see the rainbow in that card when it was like this. As soon as I turned it around, I saw that rainbow, which is such a gorgeous sign. So I'm going to leave this right side up for you, Scorpio. The 6 of Wands, victory, success, happiness, total just championing ourselves and whatever situation is happening. You made the cut, you got the job, you decided to not be hard on yourself today, and you had a really, really good, happy, content day. Whatever it is, there's success. And in this position, you're scared of this. So it could be you're scared of failing, but it could also be that you're scared of being successful. I can speak to that personally a ton in projects I've had before. I'm like, oh my God, I would love to do this, this, and this. But oh my God, if I do, I would have to leave my family and I would have to move here and I would have to take this job opportunity. It's like, oh my God, we step on the little seedlings of our dreams before they even have a chance to get started. So do your affirmations this month, Scorpio. Tend to yourself. Like really focus on being successful. How can Scorpio help themselves do that this month? Because that it just like shocked me to see that rainbow popping out as soon as I turned it around. It's like, as soon as you decide to stay with yourself. 8 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups. Yes. Ooh, girl. Do not leave yourself this month. Stay with yourself. Stay committed to who you are, staying with yourself in every moment, and you are going to see so many options open up. And in the suit of Cups, these are both about the heart. These are both about relationships. These are both about success in that area, in that realm. So really emphasizing, Scorpio, this is going to be a journey and a challenge of the mind and the heart and your focus this month. And you're going to come out on top because we end on the 3 of Swords in reverse. I love the color of this card, but again, it's a fucked up image, right? It's like our thoughts really just killing our heart. Swords, talking about our ideas, our beliefs, our mental ability, our mind. And so I love seeing this in reverse as the outcome for you because you're coming out of whatever this is. You're like, cool. Yeah. Oh my God. I've totally been like so hard on myself and so has everyone else in my life. And I'm coming out of that. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm deciding, and it could really indicate that whatever this is that's like not healed yet, has healed, is healing successfully, and you're moving on. And that helps us move on to like the next level, right? It's hard to up level in our lives when we still have healing to do. So this is like massive achievement. How else can we support Scorpio? Oh, Scorpio. I love that. 2 of Cups as the ending to your reading here. This is going to be the perfect partnership for you here at the end of July. So it's like, it makes so much sense. Once we heal our hearts, once we tend to loss or whatever it is that's still like bugging us, we end up making so much more space for what works and for partnership, whether that's in business, whether that's in romance, whether that's in love, whether this is like a new child. There's some kind of connection here that's going to be the perfect fit, the perfect match. And it's all because of this gorgeous work that you've done, building off of dreams coming true, wishes coming true, working really hard towards your goals, stabilizing your passion, especially like leaning into your home life. Lean into your home life this month. Get cozy in your space and tend to your nervous system. Really like tend to who you are. Playful in the unconscious, playful in the underworld. Like that's totally Scorpio. You've really worked hard for where you are and you're moving into a place that's like so much more clear that wasn't before. And it's going to feel balanced and it's going to feel much more known to you as July goes on. Do not let disappointment stop you from honing whatever this is over here. And don't be upset if there are people that don't like your success because you move in quickly towards it. Stick with yourself, choose success and you will have success. And look at this gorgeous ending. 3 of Swords in reverse to the 2 of Cups. Perfect moment to meet someone, to meet the perfect opportunity, to meet the perfect next step. So thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I am super excited for you guys for your reading. Well done, you, because this is clearly the work that you've done internally. And I can't wait to read for you guys in August. We'll see you then.